Huh.
Awesome. Well, you know
Well,
how. So, fun fact. OBS has this option to start streaming, and sometimes it automatically goes live. In fact, most of the time it doesn't. Sometimes it doesn't.
there it is.
Yes. Yes. So here's our podcast. No technical issues. Um, here's everything we've done before. We're learning. We're
It's starting of your OBS rant.
Yeah, I know. So let's see.
Welcome.
Imagine a soldier the size of an insect.
Scott, I've been watching you for a while. You're different. And I believe everyone deserves a shot at redemption.
His title is in the hands of a new champion.
He might win a few fights, but he's no Rocky Balboa.
All that's left is his family.
We've been down before. I'll get it all back.
His heart.
I gotta fight, okay? I got problems, I gotta fight.
And
Bounty hunting is a complicated profession.
This Organized Chaos podcast is brought to you by listeners like you. Thank you. It'll be fine. Listen, we got a flawless podcast. We got no issues.
None whatsoever.
It's an Organized Chaos podcast. There's never technical issues, and you are watching the best podcast ever. Boom.
That's right.
Boom.
That's right.
Boom. Oh my God, I don't know. I feel like a noob. I feel like
It's all right, man. It's okay. I mean, if you were actually Irish,
I know. If I wasn't fake Irish, I'd have this down.
yeah, because Setlock is totally not from the Irie.
Yeah. That's what I get for being fake Irish. It's some bullshit, I have to say. But yeah. So today we are covering the brand new, very new movies: Ant-Man, Rocky 5, and
That's right.
season 1 of The Mandalorian. We're
Uh-huh.
going through the motions at this point, guys. We're gonna get to some new stuff pretty soon.
Yeah.
But we've been going over this over and over again. I know you guys haven't seen it, but we have. So we're just gonna dive right into news because that's kind of where we got held up last time. So
Yeah.
DC film slate, which I think came out like the day after.
We recorded last week.
Yeah, and yeah. I know. Obviously, we're getting new Batman, Superman, and probably Wonder Woman with that Paradise Island movie. I want to say.
Yeah, but I believe so. Yes, because
Yeah.
like James said, like every project that they had and every established one is gone. So
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's certain, like he kind of implied that Shazam's gonna stick around because he was talking about that being in its own corner, which it hasn't really been. But I mean, okay. I mean, with Flashpoint, he's gonna be able to.
technically didn't see Soup's face.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing with Flashpoint.
That was Henry's suit. So.
Yeah, with Flashpoint, they can kind of do whatever they want.
Yeah,
with
absolutely.
the new universe. But yeah, there's been quite a few ones. I know you said you were interested in Swamp Thing.
I am interested in the Swamp Thing.
Well, what was drawing you to that one?
I don't know. There's something always I've loved about the art. How it's you get the looking at it, you feel like you're in a swamp.
Mm-hmm.
You feel the environment around you. It's really immersive to me, at least. And I've kind of I kind of have a weird childhood memory of being absolutely petrified of a poster in my brother's room of it. So it's kind of more of since seeing the movies and everything and just realizing how cheesy they were and appreciated them for that. It's just kind of more of a deep love for it, and the story's pretty awesome. And also, it's always good to see when the Swamp Thing meets the Sweet Thing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, these are all interesting things. So, one thing lots of people I don't feel like bring up a lot because it sounds awesome. The Lanterns. Is that gonna be? I'm not sure if that's a TV show or a movie.
It was supposed to be a TV, but that also I was like, okay.
No,
I'm down for that.
No, it's a buddy cop show with Hal Jordan and Jon Stewart, drawing inspiration heavily from True Detective. And I'm like,
yeah,
that sounds pretty fucking cool.
Does that mean it's gonna be like DC Dark? Like they're gonna be as graphic and
I don't know how graphic they're gonna get, but according to this,
True Detective got at times.
But according to this, it is going to be dark, so they're going for more of an edge with that one.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely.
Now the biggest weird one would be Authority, which I know Eric's Reloaded on Fandom Initiative went over with us, and that sounded wild.
Yeah.
He was like, it's going to be a whole bunch of characters. Lots of them are kind of derivative of DC characters already, but it's kind of like this. The story was set kind of in 2000, and it was kind of like a bridging story to where modern comic books are now, from the 90s era comic books. Where it's kind of like dark and gritty, but he described it much better. So I don't remember exactly what he said, but it sounded super, super intriguing. And I wish my nose would run less, but
bless you.
But yes, honestly, I'm kind of excited to see what they do with this. I think one of the more interesting aspects is he's not just going to mix movies and TV shows in the same universe. It's also going to be video games.
Yeah,
which sounds tricky.
Tricky, yeah.
Super ambitious. I'll give him that.
It is super ambitious. It definitely would drive up their sales because if you want to stay caught up in what's going on, you're gonna have to buy the game, or just watch somebody give a breakdown of it on YouTube or Twitch, or somebody stream it.
We'll have to see how they handle it, because I would think the way you normally handle it is use the games to be like the in between stories that aren't 100% necessary, but kind of bridge gaps if you're interested. Yeah,
absolutely.
I think that's primarily how you use them, but we'll have to see. I mean, here's the deal with me in this whole thing. I kind of just trust James Gunn at this point. When it comes to these superhero projects, he's kind of just been on the ball. So it's like, let's just see what he does. So yeah. I guess those are my thoughts in a nutshell. What are your thoughts overall, Bobby?
James Gunn will have a lot on his plate, spearheading a lot of this. He's going to be very scrutinized for a lot of his decisions that he's going to be making.
Yes, he is. He already has been.
Mainly 3 in particular I'm thinking of right off the top. And that'll be whoever he casts as Superman, Wonder Woman, and Batman.
Well, he's already getting heavily scrutinized by the Snyder fan base, who are famously known for being very reasonable and, open-minded to change.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah. So, anyways, moving on. Yeah. No. Snyder base will like always have its discontent, but I mean, they're not like the people who are still holding out hope for Keaton to truly return.
Yeah.
I'd
I'd be game for it, but that's definitely a fantasy.
I would, but that is a fantasy. He is.
I mean,
as much as I want to say, you could say, well, he's too old for it. Well, he did play the Vulture recently.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, he is in the Flash. And he was supposed to be in Batgirl, but that unfortunately did not make it.
And all the set photos I've seen that have been leaking, I'm just why? Like, I know another just thing that James has been getting flack for is still releasing the Ezra Miller's Flash.
Yeah, and I definitely have mixed feelings. Yeah,
I have mixed feelings about it. I do.
According to test screenings, it's really good, and I get that it would be the key piece to reset everything, but Ezra Miller.
Yeah, Ezra Miller is problematic to say the least.
Absolutely.
At the moment, I mean, I could go on a bit of a tangent about it for a while. So, yeah, I think he's gonna get a lot of shit for whoever he picks, no matter what, and they're gonna just try and claim that he's gonna be turning. There's like, you're gonna Marvel up my DC or some Disney up my DC, or I could already see the imaginary hashtags that people think they mean something.
Yeah.
But
hashtag sell Snyderverse to Netflix.
Yeah.
Right?
sell the Snyderverse to Pureflix.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, they're not going to get the actual characters, so we get to see that big movie about the barista we've been really gunning for.
Man. I don't know. Batman falls in the public domain in 2043, I think.
Ooh.
Or sometime in like the next 20 years.
Ooh, the Snyderverse comes back.
Yeah, let's that'd be a great topic of conversation for later, for some point.
Well, I mean, yeah, we can have a huge conversation about how copyright has been kind of abused through our system forever, thanks in small part to Disney. In fact, they're the main ones pushing it.
Yeah.
So will it actually fall into public domain? We'll have to see, because Disney's really good at buying politicians for copyright extensions.
They're very good at just greasing palms and getting wheels working. That's for sure.
Yeah,
that's absolutely for sure. But they're also good at fighting back against politicians too.
Yeah. It's a mixed bag, to say the least.
Yeah. You win some, you should be better at some.
Definitely. I guess anything you want to add to DC before we dive into the first movie?
No, let's get into it.
Well, okay. Our first movie is just a wee little movie.
It's a small one.
It's a small one. Nothing big.
Little guy.
No, yeah, little guy. Yeah, definitely. No, it's Ant-Man. 2015's Ant-Man.
Yeah.
So, like, plugging this in, you want to know the first thing that struck me? Just like,
what's that?
Holy crap, these special effects look so much better than I've gotten used to from Marvel recently. Just, oh my god, young Michael Douglas looks like young Michael Douglas. Shit.
It didn't look as jarring to me as it did the very first time I saw it. Because the very first time I saw it, I went, that is not what Michael Douglas looks like.
Really? I remember really liking it the first time.
I mean, I knew what they were doing, but the very first time I was like, I don't know. I don't know if I like that. I don't know. Like, I didn't know how I felt about it. But when they did it again, the second one, that one I was just kind of more,
yeah.
It's not bad. It's not bad.
I mean, it's weird. So, like, Wakanda Forever looked alright special effects wise. It was really Love and Thunder, and moments of She-Hulk where the special effects really stood out, really spotty. So I guess overall they're fine, but like, I guess really when we break it down, it's Love and Thunder.
Really, I felt there was a few moments in
I guess you
Moon
could.
Knight, in Moon Knight to me that stood out just a little.
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, you could also say with Doctor Strange, but I don't know. I felt like She-Hulk stood out more than those, and then
More
Love
at
and
the end
Thunder
when the
definitely stood
giant-
out more than the other ones.
Well, when the giant like gator demon god was up, like there was some times in it that it just kind of looked like a background character of a what was that?
I don't know. I kind of like the giant gator demon
Oh,
or demon,
like
but yeah,
thread of like an old PlayStation game.
I don't know. I thought the gator looked okay. For me, it was mostly the desert looked very fake.
Yeah, the desert didn't look
Yeah.
so great. They could just go to parts of California or
Yeah.
Nevada.
Yeah, definitely. But
I'm that's me nitpicking.
yeah,
I
we
still
are getting
enjoyed
into
the series.
nitpicks. It just, like I said, it's mainly Love and Thunder. Lots of the effect shots in
Yeah.
Love and Thunder were really shoddy. And I'm not sure why. Because, like, even in
Those
comparison
goats
to
were
the
hideous for
other
sake of being
projects.
goats.
Yeah,
Yeah.
even in comparison to the other projects this year, it stands out as, like, those effects aren't good. Yeah, I'm not sure why. But you know what? Ant-Man has good effects. Like, really good
does.
effects.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love all the tiny effects. I love, like, essentially it's like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, the superhero movie in a lot of spots, and I
pretty
dug that.
much.
Yeah.
It is quite a bit to that.
Mm-hmm.
I have an interesting theory.
Yes.
Okay. So the newer film that's coming out, Quantum Mania.
Yeah.
You've seen the alleged still shot, like it's like a 30 or 10-second clip in the trailer that has a shape that looks like it could be MODOK.
No, MODOK's in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So okay. So what would you think if the guy who's Yellow Jacket at the end, you know how he just kept shrinking and shrinking and shrinking? Like, do you think he's MODOK?
He is MODOK.
He is?
Yes. Yeah.
Huh. See, I don't know much about the character or anything, but watching it this time, I saw the clip, and I was just kind of, I wonder.
Yeah. No, that is him. Yep, he gets to return. I don't know how big his role will be.
Okay.
I am interested to see what they do with Kang, but we got a couple weeks till we get to that one.
So for being kind of blind to this end of Marvel Comics, I kind of guessed that plot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
I
going
didn't
back
think
to
I was like onto anything breakthrough. I just kind of had I wonder.
yeah.
I wonder.
Yeah, MODOK will be in it, but
okay, cool.
Yeah, so
yeah, this one was very, very good.
Yeah, no, I enjoyed this a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, and it had a lot of like similar beats to like a lot of the comedies that were coming out around this time.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'd say like that Apatow feel.
Yes, and
but without it being an Apatow film at all.
And like to its credit, it does it like well. It's not like a cheap copy. It just kind of it's kind of got like the style, but like it does it kind of its own way. It's
absolutely
like for the most part, the comedy works fairly well, even though we're dealing a lot with cultural stereotypes. Yeah, it was fun. I mean, it's funny.
It is, yeah, and it's really great, and the casting in this is very great. We have Paul Rudd. We have God, I always forget her name.
Evangeline Lilly.
No, the ex-wife.
Oh, Judy Greer.
Thank you, Judy Greer. Yeah, Judy Greer. Yeah, his wife, his ex-wife, and their kid. Yeah, as you mentioned. Yeah, or no, that's his co-star. That's Hope. Right.
Yes. Yeah.
And Michael Douglas, as we mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
Who is also pretty great, and I must have forgotten the opening scene. Where he punches that that defense director out.
Yeah.
I must have forgotten about that because watching it was like, I don't remember this. And
Yeah.
I was pleasantly surprised, even when it happened again, how you see how the bad guy had said something to, or Yellow Jacket had said something to piss off Hank, and that other guy just took a step back.
Yeah.
He knew what would have been next.
Yeah. No, that was a nice touch. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, essentially, all this is like, I said Italian Shrunk the Kids. It is that, but it's also a heist movie, which is also a nice flavor to add to the MCU. It's something unique.
Absolutely.
They have this complex plan with all these running, parts. You have to be at point A, you have to be at point B, and of course, as they're trying to get to all these points, they're hitting obstacles, and it's all, it all ends up getting done at the right minute. And I guess it essentially fails at the last minute, and that's where it just becomes more of just an action movie. But you know what? I had fun.
Yeah, I did too. I enjoyed this. This also was within how it was released was a great setup for Civil War too.
Yeah.
Gave you that end credits teaser of it.
Yeah, you get Anthony Mackie as the Avenger that Ant-Man has to overcome to get the parts he needs for the heist.
Yeah.
As he steals from Avengers headquarters, which is a fun touch. And then you get to see that Anthony Mackie's actually looking for him, and then we know later that he's doing it because he's recruiting.
Yeah, he's recruiting. It's more like, nah, you're good. Like, you're good.
Mm-hmm.
You're an Avenger as long as you never tell Cap about it.
Yeah. But yeah, this is I feel like we're just saying it's good. But yeah, this is just a genuinely fun movie. That's the best way I can describe it.
I really enjoyed the guy who played the stepfather figure, the cop.
Bobby Cannavale, is that it?
Yeah, I think that's it.
I'm probably slaughtering his last name, but I'm terrible with names. Fun fact.
Oh, you're right. So yeah, he was the back and forth with him and Paul was very good and like almost seemed very natural. I thought that was pretty awesome. I enjoyed their character.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, no. I
mean,
all the characters work fairly well. Yeah.
Yeah, it's made me excited to watch the next two. So.
Yeah. So I don't even really remember Ant-Man and the Wasp particularly well. So it'll be nice diving in there. It'll be kind of like a new movie, and then I start watching and go, oh, that's right, it's this one.
That's right. Yeah.
But the only thing I'm remembering is that he does magic tricks in that one.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, so fun fact about this, and this is the fact everybody knows, Ant-Man was originally slated to be a Phase 1 movie, with Edgar Wright directing. And, obviously it didn't go through because apparently he really didn't want to do a shared universe, and he wanted to do his own thing. And obviously Feige wanted to do a shared universe because that's what the MCU is all about. And yeah,
absolutely.
I have super mixed feelings because it's like I get both sides. I want to see Edgar Wright's Ant-Man. I truly do. But then I also get why it's like I want to make this a shared universe thing.
Does that mean he makes Nick Frost like MODOK?
Maybe.
Because I would love that. I would also love to see Simon Pegg play a bad
I was
guy.
about ready to say the MCU desperately needs more Simon Pegg.
They need him to play a villain.
Yeah. Simon Pegg makes everything better. Just flat out.
There was an episode of Doctor Who where he played the bad guy.
Uh-huh.
It was like a two-parter one. It was, I want to say, Tenet years.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was Tenet years. Well, there's that. You know how he got that was they came to him.
Doctor Who?
Yeah. They came to him and said, it was when they're casting the 10th Doctor, and they're like, we'd be interested to have you audition for the role. And he said, God, that is tempting, but I really enjoy watching Doctor Who. I don't want to be in Doctor Who. I don't. Yeah. So he agreed to do the villain spot for a couple episodes.
But I will play a villain.
Yeah, I can handle watch me for a couple episodes, but that's it.
Yeah, no, I would want to. I'm a fan of Doctor Who. I'd rather watch it than be on it.
I am so far behind my Doctor Who watching too. I need to finish it up.
I am too. I am
Yeah,
too.
I still haven't finished Capaldi, so.
Yeah, I was happy, so happy that Jenna left. Jenna Coleman left.
Yeah.
I stopped watching.
But yeah, Ant-Man's good. Are we ready for
Yeah.
Rocky 5?
Oh yeah, I didn't hear no bell.
Rocky 5.
Oh, this movie fucking sucks.
Yeah. Not to. You know what?
I
This was a chore.
Hated watching this.
This was such a
Oh,
chore.
this was such a bore.
You know
Oh
what's
my
funny
God.
is I remember this movie being like 2.5 hours long, and it's not remotely that long. It's like only an hour 45. It just feels 2.5 hours long.
I never thought I'd see two behemoth of guys chewing scenery in the same scene. Oh God, dude, this was rough. Okay, so
Yeah. Well, this story was kind of a terrible idea.
Rocky getting back from the fight of Russia.
Mhm.
Paulie had him sign a extension on their taxes, but really it was a power of attorney. Their shisty accountants screwed them over, and now they're poor again.
Yeah.
Little Rocky takes it the hardest. He also gets beat up in school a few times before he just starts to fight, and then nothing ever happens to that plot line. They just...
Yeah.
Little Rocky's beating the shit out of kids in the schoolyard.
Well, I mean, I do feel like this movie has like some decent story ideas, but just seems to jump between them and not fully commit. So, I mean, you have fucking Tommy Gunn, who I don't remember the name of the actor, but he wasn't good. He wasn't good. He wasn't good. But anyways,
I'm gonna call him Moose. Yeah.
Well, I guess we're jumping ahead really far. As soon as Rocky gets back from Russia, seriously, he still has like fucking black eyes and shit. This not Don King. He's not Don King because he has normal hair. Boxing promoter comes up. No, yeah, he comes up and he's like, "You need to sign up for your next fight." And Rocky's like, "It's like fuck. Can I like rest? I want to be done. What?"
No. No.
And, yeah, he's pushing this next fight, and Rocky doesn't do it.
Of course he doesn't.
And then we find out the whole tax thing. So he has no money, so he's selling everything. And then the only thing he has left is Mick's gym.
He opens up and makes a training gym.
Yep. And then he encounters this kid on the street named Tommy Gunn. Agrees to train him.
The only thing I ever agreed up with Paulie on.
Yeah.
They should have left him in the street where they found him. Yeah. So
I 100% agree.
Yeah. Only time I've ever liked or agreed with Paulie this entire series.
Yeah, no.
Admit there, like, fucking A, Paulie. Listen to me. Agreeing with that piece of shit.
I mean, his name is fucking Tommy Gunn. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
But
so Tommy tries to prove his chance once, nearly beats the shit out of this kid as they're sparring.
Yeah.
Tommy gets for a second one, and then Rocky agrees. Okay, you need to be trained. You need to learn control.
And then it gets.
Show you that.
Then we get to what feels like the guts of the movie, because we have this thing where Rocky is training Tommy and spending all his time with Tommy and kind of putting Rocky Jr., pushing him to the side. By the way, Rocky Jr. is played by Sage Stallone, and I like, for a child actor, I actually
Stallone's real kid.
For a child actor, I thought he did okay.
He was not bad.
I mean, he was miles better than Tommy, so.
He wasn't chewing scenery like Tommy.
True.
And his dad.
But so he's training Tommy, but then Rocky Jr. wants attention. He's not getting it. And it feels like the guts of the movie, but this, like, I feel like we get introduced to Tommy like almost halfway through. So like we're like very late into Act 2 when this is even happening. as per normal in a Rocky movie, we get the training montage. Tommy kicks a lot of ass, and then he signs up with not Don King, and he leaves Rocky.
Not Don King.
Yeah.
Who totally and ironically says the same catchphrase as Mr. Don King. But
he's not Don King. Didn't you hear me?
Don King.
His hair is normal. His hair is
Only
normal.
in America.
His hair is normal.
He dresses quite similarly.
But his hair is normal. He's a completely separate character, not based on Don King at all. No.
Only in America.
He is not Don King, okay?
Only in America.
But anyways, yeah, and then, we get to the story where it's like, oh, Rocky, you need to spend time with your kids, and then Tommy signs up with Don King, and it's like, well, maybe this is lining up perfectly, even though Tommy's a dick, just get rid of him. Get him out of your life.
Yeah.
But of course, Tommy wins a big fight. He gets the world championship, and strangely, all the reporters decide to gang up on him and say, you didn't actually win that. He was a paper champion. He never earned it.
Yeah.
So if you want to earn it, you have to beat up Rocky.
You have to
all the reporters say this, which is realistic, right?
Yeah. I guess. I mean, I don't know a lot about boxing.
Yeah.
But I will say that watching more these movies, it can make me appreciate the sport more.
Well, maybe not this one, but maybe not.
Maybe not this one. Yeah, maybe not this one. But I mean, Rocky does give a great speech in this one.
Well, not as good as in 4.
No.
He didn't end the Cold War in this one. He didn't.
He didn't. Oh, the one about how it's not how hard you get hit; it's how you have to get back up.
Oh well, that's the next one.
That is the next one.
Yeah, that's the next one. You're probably just getting bored and merging them. You're mixing. You're adding better qualities to this one than are in this one. The next one's actually pretty decent.
I absolutely am guilty as hell about that.
Well, that's the thing.
Only in
like,
America.
There's so many stories in this that just, like, okay, so Tommy goes off, he gets his own thing, and Rocky can just be a family. Then Tommy's like, I have to be world champion, challenges Rocky to a boxing match, even though Rocky is done, and it
After
becomes...
Tommy just had a match.
And
Tommy just had a match, too.
And it becomes a fucking street fight.
Mm-hmm.
I shit you not. And I remember enjoying the street fight more. Like how they put it together, how they like they have the inspirational music for Rocky. We have the one shots of Burgess Meredith, and it's great getting Burgess Meredith back
as a Force ghost.
Yeah, but
that's what I thought of him as in this. He was a Force ghost.
But at the end of the day, it just doesn't work.
No,
it's worth. I mean, it's clear what they're going for here. So they brought back John G. Avildsen, who did the first Rocky. And I feel like after the fourth one, they were like, we're getting too cartoony and crazy and cheesy. And to their credit, yes, that is exactly what they're doing with Rocky 4. That is insane.
Yeah.
But they're trying to bring it back down to the Rocky's roots and make it a bit more grounded. They didn't pull it off.
No, not well.
Like, I would prefer something way cheesier than 4 than what they're going for here. They're going for, like, dramatic Rocky again. And you can do dramatic Rocky again. In fact, the next one is doing dramatic Rocky again. But this was not it. Well, I will say, I do have to wonder if it was smart to bring back John G. Avildsen, because Stallone had been directing these so long, and he had become a pretty good director in his own right. And I think it's weird to not have him directing this one, honestly. Like, I think Avildsen's a fine director, but Stallone might be better, in my opinion, at this point. Yeah, this movie just didn't work.
No, it did not.
This is easily my least favorite Rocky. I think before this, it's Rocky 3, but Rocky 3, I can find entertainment value in Rocky 3. This one almost doesn't have entertainment value. It's
blasphemy.
Oh, come on.
No, for me, it's like, 1, 2, 4, 3, and then 5. So far. so far.
One,
Right?
yeah, no, that's it for me.
Balboa will be a first time watch for me. So
Yeah, no, that's the same order for me. So yeah, but yeah, I think there is a huge chasm between this and 3 because, like I said, I enjoy 3, but not really this. This one just doesn't work.
yeah, this one's kind of bad.
Yeah. It like, and honestly, now that Rocky Balboa exists, like, you can genuinely just skip this one.
Even Stallone has said that he regrets making this one.
Yes. So I guess the only thing I will say is that if you really want a quick shot of Stallone's ass, this is the movie for you. That's it.
That's true. He does show his booty.
Are we ready to cover Mandalorian?
Yeah, let's get into it.
All right, the Mandalorian, season 1, kind of. Last 4 episodes.
Yeah, the last 4 of Mandalorian season 1.
Yeah, and I didn't really realize how it was really structured when I first watched it. So essentially, the first 3 episodes are your setup, and then you have like 3 like standalone adventures, and then they'll link back. But like you got like just these 3 adventures that you could watch on their own without any context, more or less.
Yeah.
And then you get a 2-part finale.
Mm-hmm.
And the 2-part finale kind of brings almost kind of an Avengers style thing where we're bringing characters from all the multi-part stories and stuff like that all together to fight Moff Gideon, who is Giancarlo Esposito.
Yeah.
God, he's always a great villain.
He is such a great villain.
Yeah, no, this was good. Like, I had forgotten how good this is. This is a fun series.
Yeah.
I think probably out of this last bunch, my favorite one probably has to be that heist one, which I believe was like the 6th episode.
Yeah.
Where he's with all those other guys and they're all seedy as fuck and
yeah, they're all like shady as hell.
Yeah. And of course, yeah, all goes wrong because of course it is. There isn't a story if it goes right.
No, it's a setup.
Yeah. But I just I dig the whole Star Wars, like, really digging into the space western feel of this one.
Yeah, I like how they did kind of go almost full cowboy with this one.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So what were your thoughts overall on the season, rewatching it?
I really appreciated like the subtlety of some of the more like westerny shots that they did. Like the big landscape ones, and you just see Mando lonely walking out. Like the ones that explored the worlds we were in more.
Mm-hmm.
Like I like those more because I watched it more thinking about those Western tropes and themes, and I saw so much more in it. And especially the one about the gunslinger where he goes and he meets the other bounty hunter.
Yeah.
You want to get that first credit like that. That is a Western.
Yes, definitely.
Totally a Western.
Definitely. Yeah, well, I mean, there's so many Western elements that
oh yeah.
I just absolutely dig what they're doing. I think one of the aspects that really stood out to me this rewatch is the score.
Oh yeah.
What Ludwig Göransson does it? I'm certain I'm slaughtering that name, but he does a great job. Like, it has a little sci-fi tinge to it, but it's very much kind of like he definitely goes for the space western sound, and I absolutely dug it. This is just a well put together series. And I'm impressed how they were able to CGI Nick Nolte to be like 3 feet. That was really impressive.
That was so cool, dude. That was so cool.
Now they did have
Nolte stole the series.
Yeah, they did have a pretty good cast. They had, obviously, Rob Giancarlo Esposito. You get Pedro Pascal as your lead character. You get Carl Weathers. You get Taika Waititi as IG-11. You get the guy we just brought up.
Giancarlo Esposito.
Oh, Nick Nolte.
Mm-hmm.
And then, you got that great cameo with Bill Burr. And Bill Burr, for being a stand-up comic, he's a solid actor. He kind of has that one character I've really seen him play. He could probably do more than that, though. But, like, he makes it work, to his credit.
Well, I've seen him in various things, and mostly he's playing a cop.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And he's, like, pretty much that. But
yeah.
It works.
Yeah,
he
makes it work. Like, he makes it, like, entertaining. So, hey. And he stands out.
I mean, I'm a fan of his voice acting on, like, F is for Family, too, so.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm not as familiar with his voice acting, but I don't know. I'm pretty much a fan of his.
Have you watched F is for Family?
No, I have not. No.
Check it out.
But yeah, great cast. You know, Cara Dune. I can't remember the name of the actress, but you know, I have a feeling like she's probably fated to do like a big Star Wars series, but it probably won't happen for some reason. I guess only the future will tell. And like, the movie will probably, like the movie she ends up doing might bomb. You know, hopefully I'm wrong, but the future will tell. Wait, are we doing the time travel thing or what?
I don't know, maybe. The actress who played the mechanic, Amy.
Oh yeah, she was fun. Yeah.
She's great.
No,
everything she's in.
They were great at finding these little character actors for all the little roles. It's a good thing to bring up because they did a great job with all these little characters. They brought in actors that made them really memorable. It was great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, of course, Grogu steals every episode. It's just unavoidable at this point.
Yeah, he does. He does.
I mean, I love the little bit at the end where like there's the explosion and Grogu kind of holds it back, and then later they're in trouble and Carl Weathers is like, "Oh, do the hand thing," and Grogu's just like waving at him, confused. Yeah, is that what you want? Why am I doing this? But yeah, this is a good season. I enjoyed it quite a bit.
Yeah,
I guess.
I did too.
Yeah. You have any final thoughts?
No. I'm excited for the new season to roll out.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like we got a teaser of it in this Boba Fett series.
Serious teaser. Yeah, we got to see him with the Darksaber and stuff. But
yeah, which is it apparently takes place after, because I know if I remember correctly, season 2 is where we get the introduction to Boba Fett.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that's part of the issue with that Boba Fett series. Because, like, they did an okay job kind of setting up Boba Fett, and then instead of using the back half of the series to really establish Boba Fett, they turn it into a Mando show. And you know what? Yeah. And you know what? I love those Mando episodes, but they probably shouldn't be here.
Yeah, the Boba Fett show featuring the Mandalorian.
Yeah. Actually, it was more like the Boba Fett show starring the Mandalorian, guest starring Boba Fett.
With featuring Boba Fett.
Yeah, if time allows. Because I think it seems familiar. There's like one whole episode where Boba Fett wasn't in it. I think another one where he pretty much has like a cameo.
Yeah, and Luke Skywalker's in it. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like it's like I'm enjoying this stuff, but this is not a well-structured series, guys. You know that, right?
Yeah, like this is like kind of fan servicey.
Yeah.
Like, not even hiding it.
Yeah. But yeah, I guess there's anything you want to add?
No, just excited for the next season.
So am I. So I guess this will be a shorter one. We were messing around with doing it live, and next week it'll go smoother. Next week, we're doing this at 4 o'clock Monday.
4 o'clock.
And it'll be awesome. You guys should all check it out.
Great.
We'll have all the technical issues worked out. I will share it on my channel. And if you happen to be watching this, I think I saw we had like 1 or 2 viewers. You guys aren't chatting.
Actually, Bob, we
we're at
might
0.
want to push until 5 next week.
Oh, what's up?
I know my wife is work from home, and
okay.
workstation is just other side of this wall.
Oh, okay. So, okay, we'll do 5.
So 5. Yeah.
Okay, we'll do 5. Yeah.
Live at 5.
Yeah, we got a shorter one this week, but you know what? I'm also kind of under the weather, so it kind of works.
It's okay. Yeah.
What are we talking about next week?
I believe. Let me open up the file.
Yeah, let me see.
I usually have it ready.
Okay, so I got Ant-Man and the Wasp, Rocky 6,
Uh-huh.
and John Wick.
Okay.
Sounds pretty good. Well, 3 movies are usually easier. Like, it's good to cover the series, but the series are always longer.
Yeah, the series are always kind of a chore.
Yeah, I mean, I'm usually enjoy them. Not always. I mean, sometimes it's Blood Origin, and I'm kind of like, ugh.
We get to cover Cocaine Bear.
Yeah, that looks like fun.
Yeah, I'm happy about that.
Well, like I said, anytime you want to add something, go ahead and add it, and if I have to remove stuff, I will. Right now, I'm just right now my goal is kind of just to fill it up with stuff I think will be most relevant, but totally editable.
We have to watch the Super Mario Brothers movie.
Are you talking about the old one?
No, I'm down to watch that one.
Yeah.
Yes,
I don't know. I kind of feel like we should, because I know the chuds are focused on it a bit. I know
Oh yeah. No, okay.
Which means they're gonna make it popular in the algorithm. You know how they are. Right now, the big attack I saw was that they were triggered because Princess Peach had a scene where she wasn't in a dress. I am not shitting you. I am.
I'm.
These guys get triggered by fucking everything.
I've been thinking of doing like a change of content relation, and I think now I might just go into the reaction channel, but just reacting to chuds, not commenting on them, but just kind of going. All right, dude.
But then you get the comments saying you just don't understand. Hollywood's been a wreck, and it's like.
And then I would reply. I would reply with this standard boilerplate comment. Thanks for the watch.
Yeah.
Thumbs up.
Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
Make sure to like, comment, subscribe to Organized Chaos, Bobby Quarters, and the Organized Chaos podcast.
Yes. Get all of them. Yes. And we should probably officially say that what you did. Yeah, get them all. Get them all.
Trifecta. Yes.
But yeah, you know what? I'm good with signing off
because, like I said, on Facebook and Twitter and Insta.
Yeah, make sure to follow me on. I got the Twitter. I don't really do anything on my Insta, so you can ignore that. Don't really do anything on Facebook. I'm really just active on YouTube, Twitter, and Grindr. So check me out on all those. Grindr's weird. Everybody talks weird on there. I don't get it.
You can follow me on Facebook. I have a Bobby Quarters page. I post stuff that I find interesting or entertaining or just silly, or movie related, but also promote the show on there as well. On Twitter, you get to see me. If you go under tweets and replies, I guarantee you'll find a chuckle or two.
Yeah. So follow us on all the social medias.
Yes, please. Or if you're not into it, don't.
Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and go away. Or maybe don't comment. I don't know. All right.
Hey, comment still.
Say you guys suck and then go away forever.
Welcome. Yeah, everyone's welcome. You can tell us that we're, idiots or whatever. I really don't care. You're a stranger. Or if you have something positive to say, leave something positive. We'll reply.
No.
We'll reply even if it's negative. I will.
No. The internet doesn't believe in positivity.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. Not unless you're a kitten.
But, everyone, have a good one.
Take care.
records, films, these things matter. Call me shallow. It's the fucking truth.